Well, hey guys, welcome to Bow Hunting Soul. Okay, it's August now. It's almost hunting season, right? September's right around the corner, about a month and a half away. And what I want to do is kind of get out here and do like almost like a reality check of how close do I need to be versus how far away can I be. And you know, in a real hunting situation, is that going to be good enough, right? Or am I overestimating my abilities? Are you overestimating your abilities? You know, what we want, like, I'm not a target shooter. I don't care about rings and multicolored circles or anything like that. I hunt, right? I hunt with my bow. I like shooting at targets, don't get me wrong, but it's for the purpose of if I can walk around the woods and stump shoot, you know, instead of practicing this way, I do. In hunting season, if I walk around, I still stump shoot in and out, right? Just for the practice, because I like doing that more than shooting at you know, targets and things like that. Now, I'm at the range today. I'm gonna go around to various like distances here, right? I know that my groups, for example, and it's really the first shot that counts, by the way. It's your first shot that counts, right? In a hunting situation. And I know this doesn't totally replicate a hunting situation because they're big, giant target bales. It's not even a 3D target. It's just a target with, you know, animal pictures on them, right? But I know for a fact, like my groups or my confidence, let's say at 10 yards is different than it is at 15 yards. And for me, going from even 15 yards to 18 yards, even just 3 yards difference, is huge, like sight picture difference for me, mentally different for me. So I kind of want, again, I'm gonna walk around. I can't talk. It's early in the morning. I haven't had anything to drink and my mouth is dry. But I kind of wanted to walk around, is what I was gonna try and say. I just take shots at various distances and just have a realistic snapshot of you know, how far away should I really be versus, you know, can I set up a little farther? Am I really confident that far? You know, we're just going to do that. But I just thought of something too. Is, you know, obviously hunting is different. It's, you know, it's in the woods, not out here when it's like this. So really important to practice those shots like the way you're going to hunt. So if you're going to be hunkered down in some brush, leaned around behind some brush, kind of shoot around something, right? Practice it that way. If you're going to shoot from an elevated platform, practice it that way. Now I'm at the range here, like I said, and I've got, see that platform right there? Right, so they set that up there. Very nice archery range, by the way. But they set that up there, okay? But that platform, I don't know exactly what the height of that platform is, but that's way higher than I hunt. Some of you guys might hunt that high. Some of you compound guys, if you're watching, may hunt that high. But realistically, like that top, you know, turret area up there, right there, okay, I think that's, maybe that's every bit of 18 feet, maybe more, 20 feet. I don't hunt that high. So I hunt down at this level, okay? That's that first landing level. That's more my speed. That's like, you know, two and a bit sticks basically, right? So that's like, I don't know, 12 yards, 12 feet, something like that. So understand that when you come to these places, especially if you're shooting a traditional bow, we tend not to hunt as high just because of the shot angles, just because of the distances. So it's nice to be able to practice on those things, but understand that unless you actually hunt that high, you're actually, I don't say you're doing yourself a disservice. It's good to practice from any and all heights and situations and stuff, but that may not be accurate to what you're actually going to experience. All right, so I'm going to paste this off here and we'll take shots. All right, so right here, this is 10 yards to that target. Okay, so that's right in the pocket. Okay, right in the pocket. Okay, so let's go and take a look here. Okay, so not too shabby. It's kind of aiming right around here. So that's, I would say that is a, I don't know, 3 inch, not even 2.5 inch group. Let's do that again. Let's do another 10 shots at that distance. Okay, so we're gonna do 15 yards with a broadhead. A standard. Ooh. Okay, so that's a bullseye. I don't know if you can see that. No, no, can't expand. That's dead straight bullseye. Let's do that again. Dead straight bullseye. Let's look at that again. That's 15 yards. Not too bad. I think I was recording. I don't know if you heard that rustle. Just over here, I just kicked up some whitetail. Right in there, I just saw a tail flagging. So anyway, okay, so this is a 15-yard shot over here. So the 10-yard with the field points was pretty damn good, pretty confident. This is 15 yards. Right in the pocket, okay? But again, I had all the time in the world, not rushed. Wasn't a real deer. I spooked a real deer, but I shot at that deer. I spooked a real deer over there. So anyway, 15 yards, that's right in the pocket. Let's go. I don't know if you can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. It's right in the pocket. It's exactly where I was looking. So that's fine. But in a real situation, would I be able to make that shot? I don't know. 15 is about my max, okay? I'm gonna be pretty realistic about that. So let's actually, let's keep going around this course over here, and I can maybe take some different shots from different angles. All right, so I'm gonna shoot kneeling 9 yards over here. Now you notice though, my bow isn't gonna be like this, like I normally shoot. It'll probably be a little more horizontal because of the lower limb clearance, and I plan on hunting off the ground quite a bit this year, so I'm gonna take that into account. This is 9 yards right here. Okay, it's a beautiful shot. Let's do one more. All right, so those two were smacking. Okay, that was 9 yards kneeling. Okay, so we've got, it's gonna be like a 10-yard shot down onto that turkey down there. And then there is a deer target over there, that's 20 yards. So let's do this one first. Okay, and I'm gonna aim for the base of the wattle. Okay, that was maybe an inch right. Now, this one, a little farther away. I don't know if we can see that. There we go. Let's try that one. That one's a little bit farther away. That's 20 yards through some brush. Ooh, just low, just like this much low. We'll go down there and check it out. Okay, so I lied. The other one was actually a pretty good shot, but I'll get to that in a second here. Sorry, tripod issues. Okay, so this one I was aiming just right over here, so it's, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch to the right. Okay, that's 10 yards, kind of shooting downwards. Not very high, obviously, but this one over here was a 20-yarder. Now, that is a perfect shot. I'm going to tell you, it didn't feel like a perfect shot. Because at 20 yards, I have to really think about it. And I don't know that I would attempt that shot unless, I don't know, maybe I had all the time in the world and I wasn't really worried about anything, and everything just felt good with the go no go gauge. But that's a perfect shot. But it's not the shot. Well, maybe it's a mental thing. I didn't think I was going to make that one. I ended up doing it. Maybe it's just dumb luck. But it's not something that I would actually purposely take in the woods. So there you have it. Again, we'll do a kneeling one. Okay, I mean, chip shot all day long. Yeah, so they're touching, right? Or at least they slap. So, I mean, this is like 6 yards, okay? Can you get within 6 yards? I don't know, I'm gonna try. All right, one more time, 25 yards. Different here. No. Mm-mm. No, I had two, I think, kind of okay ones and two absolutely terrible ones. Let's walk down there again. Sorry, you're kind of being jostled around too much here. You're on the big, tall tripod today. And I haven't carried this big, tall tripod around in a while. I've been using the little smaller one, which is also not the best, but let's see. Yeah, this was, yeah, guys, 25, past 20 is not my thing, okay? It's just not. So this just illustrates that there's no way in hell I'd be taking these shots. Okay, and I got one here, got one over here, ricocheting off the trees, two in the neck. Okay, so does that mean that you don't practice at 25 yards? No, of course you practice. Practice as far as, you know, you want to practice, or the better, I don't know, they say the better form you have a longer distance, the better you're going to be at close distance. I'm not so sure about that. At closer distance, you need to have better arrow tune. It needs to come off the bow a whole lot straighter, recover quicker. You can have a crappy shot at 5 yards, just as far as arrow flight goes, and it can be just as bad as having it can hit where you want, but it could be sideways, or it can be doing something stupid, and that could be just as bad as trying to take a shot at 25 yards, but then you've got the grip of a beach ball. Okay, so that's not what I would do. So again, 25 yards. I mean, I knew this way beyond my limit. So, all right, let's keep going here. All right, so we're at one of my favorite targets here, just because it's a pig. So we got a turkey here, but I got a pig one down there. Now, what I like to do is, you see all this brush over here? By the way, I'm the only one at this range right now. So before you say I'm off course or I'm off whatever, what I like to do is actually, I like shooting kind of through these trees, through this brush into that target, okay? Now I'll do it a lot closer up there because I got a cleaner shot, but a little bit farther away, as you can see, I'm gonna do this to you here, okay? This is a farther shot through a lot more brush. So we're gonna see, sorry, keep moving you. Keep moving you. All right, if I hunker down here, I'll be able to get a shot through. Sorry, it's getting hot out here, guys. It's getting hot out here now. Okay, let's do this so you can see me in my awesome shooting form. So from my vantage point, there is a shot to that pig, you know, vitals, which are like just, basically I'm shooting for the shoulder, okay, the way that is. Sorry, it is very hot right now, I'm sweaty, I apologize. And making this shot, it's through some brush, couple trees, and this is every bit of 17 yards. See how badly this goes. Here we go. We're just gonna do first shots. Okay, well, I hit it in the leg. I might have hit the vital, but I think it's because I hit some brush. I think it deflected into, the shot. Now I'm gonna move you a little bit closer and I'm gonna take the shot like I normally take from over here, and I'll show you the difference between the two. Okay, so here's here. We're probably about 7 yards closer at this point. You can see my arrow, that's a perfect heart shot. But I think it was on a fluke. Okay, here we go. So, trying to shoot through brush. That one hit a branch too. We're gonna do one more. There we go. All right, let's go take a look at them. So, I know I'm trying to prove a point here, but I'm like unproving my point, unfortunately. This one deflected really bad off the closer shot I did over here. Okay, there was a branch there. That was, don't worry about this one. Don't worry about this one because that would have been a bad shot. This is the first one I did from a lot farther away. That was like 17 yards. I think it I mean, that's a perfect heart shot on a hog, right? Heart's right there. It's nice and forward, low. This is the one I did from a little bit closer up. This is farther back. This is probably the way that, you know, if it was quartering away, I'd be good. I'd get the back of the lungs, near side lung, far side lung, I would get pretty good. And then this would be a kill, but I want this arrow way up here, right? Several inches back. If it was a small pig, could be in for a long tracking job. So, I don't know, my plan kind of backfired there. The longer shot was supposed to be not as good a kill, and the shorter one was supposed to be a better kill, but the shorter one, I ended up kind of screwing up on that one. So, sometimes that's the way it goes. All right, so just for redemption's sake, I'm gonna take a few more shots from this angle here, the closer shot, okay? Better shot through brush or easier shot through obstruction here, okay? And this is 15, 25, so this is like 12, this is about 12 yards right here. Here we go. Yeah, it keeps hitting off this brush right here. Look at that. Let's try that again. Beautiful. Another low heart shot. Beautiful. All right, let's go look. That's 12 yards, okay? Which, I mean, I don't need to tell you, I think it's pretty evident. That's pretty much my sweet spot as far as like, I don't really like shooting much past that. Okay, let's take a look a little bit closer here. Again, that first shot I did deflected again off that branch, okay? 2 times in a row now, deflected off that branch. So for you guys thinking you can do brush busting, right? This is a 600 grain arrow. 620? No, 600. Yeah. You're not gonna be brush busting, trust me, it's gonna deflect it. Especially if you have a broadhead on there too. If the broadhead catches it a little bit, it's even wider, more stuff to catch and deflect off of, don't do it. So these 3, right? I'd call that one good here, this one a little bit farther back, but these 2 are perfect, right up the leg, right? This is heart long, well, this is the heart right over here, lungs are right here. So this is a perfect shot. So that's 12 yards, okay? 12 yards through brush, kneeling, concealed situation. So I would call that, even on a, you know, small to medium sized pig, pretty good. That would be, they would be dead. On a deer, for sure, on a deer, it would be dead. Remember, we gotta realistically evaluate ourselves for the animal that we want to hunt. Deer, yeah, absolutely. Pigs, like being closer because they're tough and you need to hit them like forward. And if you go just even a couple inches back from where you intended, you're in the liver and there's nothing back there but guts, liver, and that's it. And it's a long day. So let's keep going. All right, guys, a little bit longer shot. Okay, this is about 20, this is like 21 yards here, 22. Okay, pretty long for me. That used to be a bear target. I don't know if you remember from other videos. Maybe the bear moved on. That's why there's a nice buck over there with got a nice set of horns on there, you know, if you're into that sort of thing, and I'm not. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna do one shot. I'm gonna do one shot just because. No, way high. Went right over his back. I lied about the one shot. I'm gonna take one more. All right, that one was good. But again, in the real world, you would not get that shot. You would not get a second shot like that. Unless he was just totally dumb and like, whew, you know, whizzed over his head and he's like, what was that? Was that an arrow? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep on browsing and doing buck stuff. Well, here you go. This is the first one, way over its back, right? Sayonara, see ya. Didn't even, he probably spooked him. This one's a good shot. So maybe like an inch to the right of where I was aiming. I was aiming right here. So again, here, this is like, would be like a really small, I mean, that target isn't life size, right? So that would be a very, very small deer. I mean, it's the size of a dog, okay? But again, if you're, you know, aiming at a pig, right? The difference between, you know, hitting here, let's say, and hitting here would mean like a lost animal. But if you're shooting an actual deer, and if I'm aiming here and I'm hitting here, right? That's just for reference. These are, again, 4-inch fletchings, right? So if I'm aiming, actually I was aiming right in this white spot right here, we're like 2 inches, 2.5. So if you didn't get the heart, you know, you'd get the lung. If you didn't get part of the lung, you're gonna get the other part of the lung. So I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that kind of accuracy. But again, that was a 22-yard shot, and that's just a shot that there's no way I would take that shot. That's just way too long. And you know, all it takes is a little bit of a pluck, a tiny bit of a pluck, to screw that up. Just a little bit. And when it goes down range, well, I'm gonna use a big word here, that extrapolates, right? Extrapolates, I don't even know if that's the right use of that word. Way out more, right? A little bit of miss close, you know, a pluck here, pluck there when you're nice and close. That's the whole point of the video. If you pluck a little bit when you're nice and close, it's no big deal. If you pluck when you're farther, it's a big deal. Here, there's another target, 10 yards. Okay, right in the lungs, no biggie. Let's do one kneeling. Again, same spot, okay? When you're nice and close, that was not a good release. If you heard that arrow, that was a pluck. It kind of slapped. It didn't slap just because it hit over here. It actually slapped when it made noise when I shot, because it was a bad shot. But either way, I mean, these two are within 2 inches of each other, okay? But I was, like I said, like 8 yards away. Let's pace that off. 1, 2, 3, going by you. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 yards. 7 yards away. Anyway, I think I've kind of proven my point here, is be honest with yourself. Be realistic about what you think you can shoot. But slightest little bit of a pluck, or the slightest little bit of movement in your float, you know, as you're, you know, because you're picking a spot, but your hands, your bow, you know, your bow is floating. It's floating when it's doing this, right? And it's supposed to. But, you know, no matter how you shoot, whether you're a gapper, whether you aim exactly, or whether you focus on a spot and you're trying to be, you know, instinctive or fully instinctive or gap instinctive or whatever, any slightest little mistake that you make with your release, your pluck, face pressure, dropping a bow arm, whatever, okay, then those mistakes are just multiplied like every farther yard that you go. So I'm like 15 and under, okay? All right, thanks for watching, guys. I know this is a little bit longer, but I appreciate it. Leave your comments below. What do you do for preseason practice, how you do it, and what you think your realistic ethical shot distance is. I'm really curious to know. So if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Do all the links, check out all the links below, and yeah, that's it. Happy hunting, guys. It's almost here.